Allie. This is my channel. Thanks for showing up. So today, I kind of ran out of ideas for challenges. So I thought I would just talk about my most traumatic childhood experiences. Things that happened in my childhood that made me who I am today. Yeah, let's talk about my most embarrassing childhood moments. Or at least like just the moments that really stood out to me that I remember deep down and that hurt me the most. Let's get weird. One memory I do remember very vividly. My grandma lived in this like community where she was like right across the street from this beautiful golf course. There were nice homes everywhere and there was a pool. And every time I went to my dad's house, he would take us to my grandma's house and we would go swimming during the summer. Great times. I get sunburned so easily. I get really burned on my shoulders so easily. It's ridiculous. So, you know, even after applying the right amount of sunscreen, what have you, my dad, God rest his soul, would do this thing where he would, after a while being in the sun for so long, like, it didn't matter how many times you reapplied the sunscreen, my shoulders would get fried. I have a whole bunch of freckles on my shoulders, not on my face, believe it or not. Whole bunch of freckles on my shoulders because I would get sunburned so bad. So he would start putting his shirt on me for me to swim in. I would think my younger self, I must have been like 6 years old or something, 7, I don't know, I was young. I was also fat. Not that it's changed much, but I was like a short, fat little child, like not good. And I would think that my dad would put the shirt on me because he thought I was fat. Him trying to be like, Allie, your shoulders are getting burned, you need to put this on, like, to protect your skin. And I'd be like,
screw you, like, you're just embarrassed because I'm fat, you're embarrassed to see me in a swimsuit because I'm a fat little girl, like, how dare you?
I was a bitch. I was a sassy little bitch. Just imagine a little tiny little girl, fat, chubby little monster in like a pink little swimsuit screaming at her dad as he's trying to put a t-shirt over her to protect her sunburn, saying, you hate me because I'm fat, you want to hide me from the world because you think I'm fat, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's, can you see where like the insecurities really start? Another story I have, which really just like, oh, it really hit me right in the chest. I wanted to be a singer. I can't sing for shit. I make my own ears bleed by the sound of my singing voice. Do I still go to karaoke nights and sing my little heart out? Of course. Does everyone cringe at my need for attention? Absolutely. In grade school, we would have a talent show. And for like the first 2 years of like the talent show, I always missed it because I was like sick or there was something going on where I missed it. Well, it was my 6th grade year. This is my last chance to do the talent show. And I had prepared to sing a song. I don't know why I thought I was good enough to do this, but I was like confident. I had been rehearsing and practicing for hours every single day. I would sit in my room and I would play the same song and blare that shit and sing it as loud as I could and like practice. I didn't have professional singing lessons. I didn't have shit on me. I just was winging it. I wore one of those, I don't even know what they're called. They're like Bobby Jack? They're the little t-shirts with the monkeys on them, like the monkeys that are wearing like clothes, and there's always like a stupid ass little saying and they're like pink or sparkly or whatever. And mine said something about like being the best or something, or like if you don't pick me, like something super assholish that I shouldn't have worn to an audition. So I get to my audition, I give them the CD, I sing my little heart out, I really get into it, I'm really loving life, and I'm like,
I'm gonna be on the talent show. Everybody's gonna hear me sing, and I'm gonna be on American Idol, and I'm gonna have a singing career.
To hear back from auditions, they call everyone back to let them know, okay, like, yes, you made it, yes, you didn't. And they're going down the list, and I'm sitting there next to my friend. I'm like, oh, and she's like, do you think you're gonna get it? And I was like, oh, yeah. You know, I'm not great at singing, but I really think I killed it. They didn't call my name, and I was sitting there just so fucking heartbroken. All of my dreams had just shattered. 10-year-old little me didn't make it in the talent show singing a shitty song. Actually, it was a great song, but I'm a shitty singer. So I don't know why I thought that was even good, but man, was I humiliated. I had been telling all my friends for like weeks. I was like, I'm gonna do the talent show, I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna get it, and you guys are gonna hear me just turn into the next Kelly Clarkson. Another embarrassing story. This has to do with my first kiss. So my first kiss was a very awkward experience for me all around because one, I had a huge fat fucking crush on this guy. Oh my God, he was hot, he was cute, he was nice, he was funny. We were kind of friends, we had mutual friends. And this was like one of my first parties with guys and girls. So of course there's like 8 girls and like 2 guys. How my house is like kind of set up is like, it's my house and then we have this huge field, like just huge. Okay, it's like not that big, but it's a pretty big plot of land, a decent size. We're outside, we're all hanging out, we're all having a great time. And all of a sudden, this guy, let's call him Carl. Carl comes up to me, he's like,
hey, he's like, can I talk to you?
So we walk over like 10 steps, close enough that everybody could see us, like very clearly, like see that we were talking and whatnot, but far enough away that no one could really hear us. I've got all my friends sitting by my house, like giggling and like being excited, all grouped up, staring at us. Carl like pulls me aside and he's like,
I just really wanted to give you like a present for your birthday. Like, happy birthday. You're really awesome and I'm so glad that we're friends.
I'm sitting there fucking dying. I'm like, he's gonna ask me out. We're gonna start dating. We're gonna be a great couple. He's gonna love me. We're gonna get married. Blah, blah, blah. Like dramatic, obviously. He finally, after just like a quick chit chat, my heart is pounding out of my chest. And he just gives me the shortest little peck. And that's it. Like it was maybe like a kiss, a hold, a release. I lose my fucking mind. I just had my first kiss. I look over, all my friends are standing there just watching us, which was like, go away, give us privacy. But of course I like walk over, we're like holding hands and I am fucking on cloud 9. I am thriving. Nothing can ruin this night. I go over and I'm like,
Oh my God, my lips are tingling. Like, I just like felt like that huge chemistry. We have such a spark. I really think that this is gonna be it.
the boys go home. And I don't have a cell phone, but everybody else does. One of my friends, she's like, hey, Carl wants to like text you, but like he knows you don't have a phone. I want you guys to text, so here's my phone. So we're like texting and he's like, hey, like thanks for letting me over. Like I hope you had a really good birthday. And I'm like chit-chatting the fuck out of him, trying to fucking escalate our relationship. The next weekend, I go to a movie with him, this girl, let's call her Gail, I don't know, and this other girl named Liz or something. So there's 2 girls, me, and then Carl. And we're in the movie, and I'm sitting next to Carl and Liz, and then Gail's on the other side of Carl. And I'm like thriving. I'm like, he wants to go out with me. We're gonna date. I'm so in love with him. He's my first kiss, and I have the biggest crush on him. And I'm like not really paying attention at that moment. And I turn around, and Carl and Gail are full on like tongue fucking each other. They are making out like it's no tomorrow. Like they need each other's breaths because they're dying. And I'm sitting there so fucking heartbroken. Fuck that. I had the biggest crush, and last weekend this guy made me think that he was in love with me by giving me my first kiss. And here he is making out with Gail. Granted, me and Gail were friends. We're not friends anymore. I don't know what she's up to, but we were pretty good friends. So I was pretty heartbroken that my friend had been getting with Carl, the love of my life, which I should have seen coming because I knew they had an on and off fling for most of grade school. So I guess I'm not that surprised. But what the fuck, Carl? That was rude. Get my hopes up, made me think that we were gonna date. Speaking of crushes, so I had a crush on this guy, let's call him Dan. Huge crush for like 3 years. And we were really good friends. Like we were best friends. We hung out all the time. If you look at my yearbook, I have like 7,000 hearts like drawn around his picture and being like, I love Dan. Like I was obsessed with him. There was one day where I had overheard some rumors that he was gonna try to ask me out. And this is the last day of school. And I was like, you know what? I really love him and I wanna date him and I really hope he asks me out. Cause Lord knows I wasn't gonna ask him out. I don't ask boys out. I'm too much of a bitch to do that. So there's a recess moment and he's kind of like, can I talk to you? And he was just like kind of nervous. He wasn't really saying a whole lot. And I was like, what's going on? Just spit it out.
Just fucking spit it out. Ask me out already.
And he didn't get a chance to. Recess ended. And so we had to go back inside. And I was like, tell me about it after school. In class, I wrote him a fucking letter confessing everything about how much I liked him, how I've liked him for a really long time, how I still really loved our friendship. And I know this might jeopardize it, but I was willing to take the risk because I had such a big crush on him. And I gave him my fucking phone number, not my cell phone number, my house phone number. And I told him after he reads this, if he wants to hang out, to call me and we can hang out, like go out on a date, go out to a movie. So this is the most ballsy move I think I've ever done. I'm in what, 6th grade, 5th grade or something? You're about to hear why I don't ask guys out anymore. It's because of Dan. School is ending and we're out undercover. We're waiting for our buses. And you know, he's kind of talking to me. He's really still kind of awkward, not asking me out, mind you. So of course I'm panicking. I'm like, boy, my bus arrives. I'm waiting for it to pull all the way up. And I'm like, all right, this is it, bitch. Time to fucking go in. We're going balls deep in this. I hand him the letter and I tell him, don't read this until my bus leaves. I get on my bus, I look at him, and he starts opening it. So fuck you, Dan, for not even waiting until I left. He starts opening it and my bus leaves as I'm watching him and I don't see his reaction. I get home and I like wait for the whole rest of the day by the phone, and then the next day I like sit by the phone. This is summertime. I should be out playing with friends, like going swimming, going to the movies with my girls. Like, no, I spent like the first 2.5 days just sitting by my phone waiting for him to call me. Dan never called. Only me would I confess my deep desire and love for a guy and have him not call me back. It was great. It was a really good like kick in the ego. Like, there goes my self-confidence. I am never asking a guy out ever again because Lord knows that my insecure ass is destroyed. God. Those are my traumatic childhood memories, at least the most prominent ones. Pretty great embarrassing moments that really just kicked me straight into the ego. It was great, so great. So thanks for watching if you did. I hope you had a good laugh because, oh, I love laughing at my past. It's phenomenal, phenomenal. Don't forget to subscribe. I post videos every Wednesday, and follow me on my social media because I'm pretty active on my social media. Leave me a comment on whatever you want to see because I'm pretty much willing to do anything. Maybe I'll talk about more embarrassing childhood memories. I'm gonna go. Bye.